Welcome to Nightcap. Hitting smooth. I left it in my mouth for a second just to enjoy the flavor. So yeah, we're going to get into some business tonight. We'll start light. Let's have some fun. What's going on, Prophet? Hang in there, buddy. And I got something just special just for you. And I'll tell about some of the deep lore behind this. Oh, hell yeah. Getting that ice cream. Getting all those flavors. Getting all that good stuff. Thank you, sir. But yeah, we're going to get into it. As much as we can. You know, it's like, I don't like doing these, like, super half-cocked, generally, you know. I feel like Nightcap is a very hit or miss thing in a sense, because it could be like, if we don't discover a road together, if we don't discover things together, if we're not like going on a journey, it can fall flat. Last week, bad show. It was the first time I'd ever felt like I had bombed. I got this old sense, and it came to me today when I was thinking about it. I was on the drive home earlier tonight thinking about what I was going to do tonight, because I didn't get to prepare. And I was just like, that reminded me a lot of the first time I bombed when I was in a band. Because it's the first one that it was like really, I just wasn't feeling anything I was watching. I couldn't connect with anything, couldn't find my way through something, and then the booze hit me in the wrong way, you know? Not a great night. But we'll get there. Tonight we're going to have some fun. Because there's nothing else we can do. Prophet says, even when you bomb, it's a steak bomb, buddy, and it's delicious. Well, I appreciate it. And Prophet would know. Prophet knows. He actually knows which ones are good and bad. He can feel it. He feels my pain. So we're going to start tonight. This is long coming. And I'll talk a little bit more after we watch it. But this has been kind of, I've had this in the wings for a very long time. Waiting for the right time to drop it. I was originally going to do a hot reacts only. I actually tried to do a hot reacts only to this. And I got about 12 minutes into it. I wish I saved it because it was just kind of funny. I was just like, could not make fucking heads or tails of it. And it just, I didn't know what the fuck I was looking at. But so tonight we're going to look at it together, and then we'll get into some of the deep lore behind what it is. These boys. These Shabbos Goy. That's right, everybody. We're going to be checking out this song, the hit song from Shepshalak, called Shabbos Goy. Let's take a peek. I like how it starts, like, you know, this is production value. We got the snaps. It's kind of like bringing us into the moment. We're here. You know, this could turn into some sort of like intense jazz number. Well, I guess we'll find out.
Rebe, כמה הוא עולה לי? כמה הוא עולה לי? עוד בגולה, הייתה זו מודה.
So this is back in the old days. Back in the old days, it was needed. What could he be possibly talking about? This young soft boy, I guess we'll call him. You know, it seems like he's talking about some sort of lover. Originally, when I first heard this, because I go into hot reacts only, completely virgin to the territory as much as possible, I was so taken aback by what I was watching. I was having a hard time like commenting on it. I was like, what the fuck am I watching? Like, what am I seeing? And now you all get to suffer with me. To invite a Shabbos Goy for the weekend. See, he doesn't care. He's like, they could be from anywhere. Anywhere on the planet. This guy doesn't care. He just get the Shabbos Goy here now. I have a need. I have a want. A desire. And of course, you gotta freeze frame on that. Because this is actually, what is it from? Like, I think it's from 2016 or something like that. Some of Israel's finest music here. Dear God. In America, we do things like this. We just burn down cities. That's what would happen. There'd be several panel shows. I can't even imagine what BreadTube would be all about. Imagine like somebody like Vosh talking about this. Woo, he'd be talking about glassing people. This is their fight song. Evil Hendrix just donated 1 diamond. Well, thank you, sir. I appreciate it. Damn. The Shabbos Doy. A diamond, my favorite Frenchman, Mr. Degenstein. Thank you. Yeah, this is it's quite the piece. So, you got these young boys, they're dancing, and they're tearing it up here. They got their locks, their kings. I'm not sure what the candle situation is about. I assume that's got to be some sort of cultural thing, right? So Prophet says, I went out on a few dates with a Jewish broad before I met Caitlin. She legit asked me. Now, if people at home, for the uninitiated, a Shabbos Goy is somebody that comes over, a Goyim, that comes over on the Sabbath and basically does your kind of mundane daily activities, cooks your food, cleans your house, etc., etc. Prophet says, to be her Shabbos Goy, and I refused. She seemed shocked, then sucked me dry. Those Japs, man. For a long time, way before I met Sarah, I really wanted to find myself a Jap, a Jewish American princess. I remember living in Allston. It's like a suburb of Boston for people that don't know. And I used to live near Coolidge, which I believe was called Coolidge. And it was basically the Jewish part of town. And I used to go there all the time because there was a movie theater there, the Coolidge Corner Theater. Go watch indie flicks and stuff with old people. And never got to hang out long enough to find my princess, but it all worked out, Okay, that's a holy shit. For the uncircumcised who's always there. Dear God. That's quite the image. That's provocative. I feel weird watching this, because these are kids. And I do know the background, because after I had my failed attempt at a Hot Reacts only, I was like, I have to look up what this shit is. Like, I gotta find out, like, the source, the origin. Prophet says, Japs suck like a black hole. Must be some kind of tribal thing. No lies detected. Definitely shacked up with a few Jewish American princesses later on in my life. But, being a Goyim, they weren't too interested in continuing our relationship. Kind of bigoted when you really think about it. And he sleeps in my backyard. Like, I understand that you get a Shabbos Goy. You get somebody to come help you out for the day, but, like, to refer to them as just like, oh, they're just like slaves. They're just slaves for us. All the time. Why was he sleeping in your backyard? Is that just what he does on Friday night? So he's there when the sun comes up? So you can maintain? Fuck. And hold on. And he does my taxes too. Oh no. And he does my taxes too. This is subversive. This is flipping the script, as they say, right? Because we all know We all know who does taxes. You know, you're not fooling me here. You're not fooling me, guys. Now, will he rise to the occasion? And he won't go to the next life. So this person, this Shabbos goy, as far as they're concerned, is just like it's like a piece of fucking tissue paper. It's a utility. You just use it, and you're just like, all right, sorry, buddy. Thanks for your service, champ. Because a lot of people don't know, Jewish people do not proselytize. Like they're not actively trying to convert people. They like their kind of small little community, their small tribe, if you will, right? That's their deal. So you get a Shabbos goy, especially I suppose if you have a good one, you have to do everything you can to make Judaism seem unappealing, because you don't want them to convert, and then you're out of a good Shabbos goy. What the fuck would you do? You know how hard it is to find a good Shabbos goy? As we've seen from Young Prophet here, hard to come by, you know? Well, they are actively trying to do other things, for sure. World domination, maybe? Who can say? Who can say? Because the Goyim have no soul. We're just putting it out there, just kind of saying it out there in the open. Yeah, I feel like these are these kind of things that we would have, like, you know, in the United States, with these unspoken truths, you know? Do Goyims have souls? Probably not. Probably not. So yeah, so I do know a little bit of the background history of this from when I looked it up. So this is like a parody group in Israel, and they do this is like a parody boy band. It's like one of those kind of things. It's put together by a producer, and they just like, you know, they cast the guys, and they go do parody songs. And I found out what the parody song, what it's parodying. Prophet says we don't have souls, but we have plenty of fucking space. Deep into it. So check this out. So I found this. I did this like 2 months ago, and I just kind of forgot about it. Hasidic boy band's answer to transgender Dana International. So they have a transgender pop star in Israel, and this is like what they're referencing. I believe it's a song from Dana International. Was after the controversy caused by Dana International's synagogue video, Yuval Nobleman, the man behind the satirical Hasidic boy band Shepshalak, has released a Hasidic cover version of Dana's former hit Love Boy. Only instead of singing Love Boy, they sing Shabbos Goy. Very clever. Very clever, boys. Yeah, because I think this is kind of a contentious figure, so you could probably imagine that like the Yuval Nobleman is probably more like a traditionalist, right? Nobleman has recently discussed the inspiration that the transgender singing sensation had on his recent work, a full-length film revolving around the Hasidic boy band, and now he proves it by converting Dana's song about wanting to get a weekly hookup into a song about needing a goy to do for us all the things we can't do in Shabbat. I saw the video and it cracked me up. Dana commented to Israeli website NRG, I found it charming. And it's great to know that when you create something, it teaches so many people and gets accepted in thousands of different variations. It's like fucking, it's like the transgender Wonder Woman. What's her name? You know who I'm talking about. I'm sure you do. I'm sure you do. Dana International Love Boy. So I feel, you know, we listened to the song, we listened to the cover. I feel let's check out what Dana International is all about. I like, you know, I'm appreciating though that they're short. Imagine if these things were like fucking 10 minutes long. Alright, let's check this out. Love Boy by Dana International. Okay. Hold on. Better freeze frame. Now, see, these are the things you have to ponder. You gotta make your mind up about these kind of things. As a heterosexual male, oftentimes when I see these celebrity trans people, you just gotta start kind of mulling things over in your head. Would? I don't know. I mean, we see the features. This person's had some good work done. I was actually kind of surprised. Maybe it's my ignorance of what culture is like over in Israel. I was kind of surprised that there was like a transgender superstar, a pop star. Prophet says, I gave up the fucking ladyboys for married life. What a fucking idiot. Listen, man. Life is long, buddy. Like, I'm always thinking about it. I joke around with Big Paul all the time. I'm like, dude, listen, we just gotta fucking save some money. Okay, I gotta save like $500,000. Then we're gonna move to the Philippines, and we're gonna live like kings. We're gonna live like kings on that $500,000, and we might just have to get used to a few different things. Maybe we go to Bangkok, go to Taiwan or something, where our money's gonna take us places. But we may have to just give over. We may have to become acclimated to this new lifestyle. Always got to have your eyes out. Always got to have it peeled. This has got to be an old music video, too, because if you look at the framing here, that's an old ass. This must be from the early 2010s, maybe? This is not widescreen at all. Also, no translation, so I have no idea what the fuck she's talking about. So I guess the only thing we can really judge it against is, did they do a good parody in terms of the sound? Does it sound like they did a good parody? At least I saw that he had the Star of David. At least he's kosher, That's important. Whether you're a transgender superstar, Dana International, or you're just like a fat Jewish kid, making sure things are kosher is fucking important. Look at that dude. That guy is fucking stoked to be there. He's like, I'm going to transform you, Dana, into something beautiful. No love boy will ever turn you down. You will fool them all, Dana. You will fool them all. Ladyboys rule. I have never been bagged by a sissy that I wasn't doing bagged on by a sissy that I wasn't doing enough around the house. Only fuck me harder, daddy. Give me poppers. Oh, she's... gotta say, excellent tuck, we're gonna assume anyone who says he wouldn't fuck this dude is wrong. Where's that phone hooked to? Definitely your butthole. Oh, she's just one of the girls. Flange74 says you can have my turn and my vax too. Well, hey, buddy. You want to get close to Dana? Gotta be vaccinated. Gotta get the mRNA. Gotta change yourselves fundamentally and hopefully don't die of a blood clot or something. Just saying. Okay, so we just heard Love Boy. Now I have an opportunity here, Just the Way You Are, from Eurovision from a year ago, so we could see how Dana has progressed. Wow, what a wonderful gift the internet's just given us. I'll say this, you know what? Kind of preferred Shabbos Goy. I kind of preferred Shabbos Goy. Just the sound of it. I don't know, for some reason Shabbos Goy felt like it flowed a little bit better. Because this feels like just kind of anonymous pop music, you know. But let's see where she's at now, at least recently. More recently than this. Dana has stood the test of time.
What's up, Tel Aviv? That's what I'm talking about. Now,
can you not, like, are you allowed to lip sync at Eurovision? That seems kind of weird, right? I mean, it's a singing competition, a global singing competition. You're allowed to lip sync? Because that was definitely lip synced. You could tell from that last line there. Yeah. Yeah, buddy. Well, what do we got here? You can see what I watch. Dana International Live. Good Evening Europe. You know, we'll roll it. So this is another 2019. So maybe we'll see another fashion casting. Very few sing live. Wow, that's I did not know that. I've never really watched Eurovision. Never been much of a. I've never followed it. So I just had no idea. Play this while I queue up something else. Wait, Diva 1998. Dana International Diva 1998. This is from 1998? No. The song is from 98. Diva. You keep playing Lady Boys, I'm gonna have to take a 5-minute break to make a little mess. Drinking. Sorry. You never have to be sorry, my friend. That's what we're here for. We're here for goofs and gaffs. I've never understood like being excited about music like this generic. Like, I guess maybe Dana International is just like, you know, she just has a following because of her personality or whatever, but it's so fucking generic. It's so just European trash, like discotheque pop music. You know? I don't get it. And I've come to a point in my life where I'm like no longer like too cool to listen to certain types of music. I remember when like, and I think the song that actually did it for me, that really like kind of tore my paradigm open, like gave me something else to like kind of look at, recontextualize things, was that song Uptown Funk, which is kind of like a Morris Day and the Time Prince kind of rip-off song. And I was just like, I really like this song. I don't want to have to pretend like I don't. She's got her fans, guys. All right, that's enough of that. I've seen enough of that, but I did find some more Shabbos Goy related material. Not from Dana. Something from Dear Leader. Our dear leader, Nancy Pelosi, has a personal anecdote about Shabbos Goys.
Before I was even born, my father was in the Congress of the United States, Thomas D'Alessandro Jr. He was okay, let's hear it for Dad. He was, as a little teenager, a Shabbat Goy. So he spoke Yiddish. So as he grew up in that, and he was an orator, he was a great speaker and all the rest, and he had a love for the idea of a Jewish state in what was then called Palestine. So when he was older and he went to Congress, this was one of his big issues. He worshipped at the shrine of Franklin Roosevelt. He was a New Deal Democrat. He worshipped at the shrine of Franklin Roosevelt, but he disagreed with him on two very strong points. One was on the treatment of Jewish people in Europe that he wanted to call more attention to. And two, okay? The second was the establishment of a Jew.
Well, it's interesting because that seems like, to me, maybe I'm a normie, maybe that's what it is. Like, the idea of being a Shabbos Goy seems like it would be kind of a rare thing. Like, it just wouldn't happen very often. So you have somebody that's actually like was involved in Congress at one point, was a Shabbos Goy. It's like, why would you do that? I don't even understand like signing up for the job. Like, I don't even get it. Try Kamala next. Speaking about Shabbos Goys. First, let's yeah, they all do that. They all do it. They all basically swear fealty. And there's no loyalty over there. You know, like Netanyahu is like a big Trump guy until he wasn't, you know. Trump, what's his name? His son-in-law. Fucking Slender Man. Actually, that's pretty accurate. I don't disagree with that. There's more of that strategic reading we were talking about the other night. Let's check out this trailer for the film Shabbos Goy. A Night of Shabbos Goy. So they made a movie, I guess, a couple years ago, 2019, called Shabbos Goy. It looks like a romantic comedy. The Boston Jewish Film Festival. Very loud. Okay, guys, here we go. Thank you.
A toast to the engaged couple. Some may have doubted this day would come.
I'm 28.
Amen.
Amen.
That actress looks very familiar. Oh, but the hot Shabbos Goy, is he coming over? It's going to awaken something inside of her. I know what this is.
Deviant.
I can't shake.
Germs?
Juice.
So you need me to turn off whatever's in here?
Yeah.
It is. You're right. It's milkers.
As a couple, you set the spiritual bar for your union.
Who's this?
A non-Jew who performs certain tasks which religious law prohibits a Jew from doing on the Sabbath. A human loophole. Now, and in the times we live in, is that appropriate? A black guy being your Shabbos goy? What, did George Floyd die for nothing? My goodness. No justice in this world. Is this the whole thing? Is this like a short film? Oh, we could watch it. I don't know if I want to, though. It looks awful. Not that we're against watching awful things here on Nightcap, but... what else could we find with this topic before we move on to less French pastures? Simon Lewis reads the Shabbos Goy. Poet Simon Lewis reads the Shabbos Goy. We have a poem? Oh boy, I'm kind of excited about this. You got it, man. I'm discerning. You write what you want. You're good. All right, here we go. We're going to check this out. This guy reading a poetry. This is from Ireland? My people? They into being Shabbos goys or something? Some kind of weird fetish thing?
In Cork City, Jewish people lived in an area known as Jewtown, and it was on the outskirts.
I love how that's the most Irish thing I've ever fucking heard. No subtlety, nothing. They used to live in a place called Jewtown.
Of the city centre. And part of being Jewish, there are certain traditions that people have to uphold, particularly around the Sabbath, which takes place between the Friday night and a Saturday. One of the rules that Jewish people have to abide by is not completing any work, which includes lighting fires or cooking. So
it seems so insane. I mean, I guess it's just a day of fasting and meditation. But instead of actually doing that, it seems like the human loophole, as it was described in that trailer. So you're just not doing kind of this fundamental ideological thing. Like, this is part of your religion. Like, you're supposed to meditate, probably think on the Gospels or something. Oh, I'm sorry, not the Gospels. Think about the Torah. Sorry, I'm Catholic. I was raised Catholic. And not do anything. It's just saying, it's like, I doubt it's really about what do you call it? Fucking, it's not about not physically exerting yourself. It's like basically saying, make the time to do this.
So a number of non-Jewish people would light fires for their Jewish neighbours, sometimes for a bit of pocket money. It was usually a little boy that would do it. I suppose Ireland's most famous Shabbos Goy, as they were known, is the broadcaster George Hook, who used to go around as a child lighting fires for his Jewish neighbours, and he often talks about that on his radio programme. This poem is called the Shabbos Goy.
Well, let's hear it there.
There are ways
Mickey.
for a kid to make a few bob round here. I heard you'd get a wage from lighting fires for Jew men on their Sabbath. When he presses a penny in my hands that first morning, I run so fast down Albert Road, I drop the coin. For a minute, the city stops and I have to watch it dance across the cobblestones until it tinkers between two grates as if deciding what to do. Landing on a clod of leaves glued with dust and dirt and city grime, out of reach from my sooty fingers. I stare down, afraid to leave it on its own. Lost something? It's the Jew man passing by. He finds another coin in his pocket for me. An investment, he says. You might remember this one day.
What a great poem. Get ready for Shabbos complete. Oh my God, it's gonna get me kicked off the YouTube.
Come on along and join the simcha with rabbits and tap and friends. We'll spread a smile, we'll spread some chesed and do it over and over again. Come on along and meet the chevre. It's rabbits and tap and friends. We'll sing a song, we'll learn some lessons and do it over and over again. Having adventures all across the land, helping each other when we need a hand. Come on along and join the simcha with rabbits and tap and friends.
Like I really want to know what the fuck Rabbits and Tap. Kol Isha. Okay, so this sort of thing. Is this whole thing a musical? Oh no! What are we? What's happening?
We'll spread a smile, we'll spread some chesed and do it over and over again.
She got them tap shoes, Rebetson. This would be like something like that they would talk about on Red Letter Media, like during their like Black Spine episodes. If you're familiar with Red Letter Media. No, I mean honestly, like, can you imagine if white people were making music videos about having blacks serve them? No, I'm just saying it's kind of weird. It's just like a weird. It's not just even weird culturally. It's even the fact that it's like recognized as like, no, you're not really supposed to do this, but we just figured a way around it. It completely like undermines the entire point of it. Like the point of it clearly cannot be about like just get other people to do it for you. Just take a day for yourself.
Okay, gotta go. Running late.
Weren't you gonna make the cholent?
Look behind you.
You're good.
He's
you know
goddamn
we're having
good.
guests tonight.
Chicken's in the oven.
She's good. Oh, and you know I'm not coming back till...
Oh my God, this is like oh my God, this is like reminds me of like trying to make a movie when you're like a teenager.
till almost Shabbos. You're gonna be able to take care of everything?
No problem.
Great, I knew you could.
He's coming back
Is this an episode of Curb Your Enthusiasm?
one more time.
Oh, can you remember to get soup nuts at the store?
Soup nuts? Check.
Thanks, you're the best.
Now get going before you're late. Bye.
Ema, we're off to school. See you later.
Wait a minute.
What?
Do you think you're leaving without giving your Ema a hug?
Okay.
Thank you. Have a great day. See you for Shabbos.
Bye. Bye. Hey guys, wait for me. Bye, I love you.
Bye. Hello?
Hi, it's me.
Elishama, my friend. To what do I owe this pleasure?
Since when do I need a reason to call?
You are so right.
It's been a really crazy week. I am so ready for Shabbos.
Can I tell you? I love Shabbos. I love getting ready for Shabbos. I love air.
Oh, see, she's gonna bust. Oh my God, I don't know if we can't watch this. We can't watch this. This is gonna be too much. It's gonna be too involved.
Shabbos.
I feel Shabbos, almost Shabbos.
Oh my God, you can't even write your own goddamn songs? Man, maybe we should just watch gay porn without the sex, huh? Like, where do we go here now? Where do we go?
And the whole world is coming alive. Erev Shabbos, my neshama is ready to revive.
This lady, she's not even with her, but she feels the spirit. You know what I gotta say though? You know, low key. Let's look at this dissolve. Let's look at this fucking dissolve.
And the whole world is coming alive. Erev Shabbos, my neshama is ready to revive.
Oh, see that? That's a double dissolve because it went in for the tight, and then it brought it out for a wide. A dissolve within a dissolve. Craftsmanship. You know, you would watch something like this and you would be like, oh, well, it's probably just some, like, you know, bored, wealthy housewives, maybe. Maybe this was their thing, you know. Rebetson Tap. It looks pretty old. Like, I gotta say, I'm gonna date this maybe early 2000s. Now, their fashion choices, this looks like some straight up Lilith Fair stuff. Like, this is like, looks like the 90s. Maybe they just hadn't caught up yet. They do. I mean, this, I bet you this was sold in stores and like little shops in Coolidge. Probably go get some challah bread.
Chicken, time is ticking. Smells of Shabbos are filling the air, making Shabbos. I am practically.
Well, okay, all right. So maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they are actually kind of wealthy. Like, cause now I was looking at their kitchens and I was making a judgment based on the kitchen. Like, a kitchen in a house is very telling about the wealth of a person. Like, sometimes I like to just green screen myself into beautiful kitchens and post pictures on Facebook. You know, just so I don't have to be associated with the stigma of a poor. But it seems like this is, like, now we're starting to see, like, the knickknacks. We're starting to see the types of shells they use. Are these all religious books? Perhaps.
Without a care. See the emos taking their kids to gun. See the Abbas heading to work. Ironing the shirts, whipping up desserts, printing the bouquets, such a holy day. I love Shabbos.
Is this in Israel? It looks, that landscape is either like California or Israel.
Almost Shabbos, I can work on my scrubbing technique. Erev Shabbos, the most wonderful time of the week.
Maybe Arizona. I don't know. She's excited though. This reminds me, actually, honestly, this getup, like this, the way they dress, this reminds me of kind of the people I grew up with. A lot of like the, no, it's LA, but same thing. Yeah, okay. It seems like it's probably LA. You see like the way they've done the roofs here. But like, it reminds me of the people from where I grew up, kind of. The modest Catholic girls. They were all freaks. They were all actually freaks, by the way. Every single last one of them. Repression. It's a hell of a fucking thing for a libido. Let me tell you what.
I hear
The fuck? She's just over there shaking fucking lettuce. You know, I was initially not entirely impressed with their, you know, with what they got going on in here, but if we take into consideration this is LA, this is probably like a $1.2 million home.
Shabbos, sounds of Shabbos, checking let us will get us to sing Erev Shabbos.
And I think it's telling that, so the three main actors we've come across, they're all women. So I think maybe my bored, rich, lonely housewife thesis is maybe stays intact here. I think it might hold.
Making music out of everything.
Table setting, potatoes shredding, as we're helping our emos prepare. Erev Shabbos, I can hear the paper tear.
I can hear the toilet paper tear. The fuck did that come from? That's some sort of cultural reference that I just don't understand, being some dumb American Irish dude. Probably.
See the people put in their cholent on. What cholent where? Who can that Shabbos queen be? Which, what, where, who? Mopping all the floors, books in the drawers, taking out the trash. Think I'm gonna crash. I love Shabbos, nearly Shabbos.
This is like, I imagine, like, this is like, like Ben Shapiro's family would make something like this. This is what I'm waiting for. You know, the Daily Wire movies. I want something of this quality.
It's so sweetly, completely unique. Erev Shabbos, the most wonderful time of the week.
I just love Shabbos.
Like, it's no different to me than, like, if this was about, like, Catholic people. Honestly, because, like, Catholic, like fundamental Catholic, kind of the people I grew up with, I was so excited about Sunday. And as a kid, as a person, I was always just dreading it. I was like, I don't want to go to fucking church. Like, they would make something very much like this. I feel like I remember as a kid being dragged into things not too dissimilar to like this. This is something like they would want to make.
I don't know about you, but I gotta get to the grocery store.
Thanks. I got a whole list of last minute items.
Let's go.
Great. Okay, let's do it.
No establishing shot. See, the people on Total Recall, they wouldn't have that. They wouldn't allow us to go to a new location without an establishing shot. Come on. It's the language of cinema, ladies. You gotta let us know where we are in space and time. You know, you can't just fucking swipe over to this. It's not Star Wars. I really want to face fuck this broad in purple. Honestly, a little bit. You know, she's got some magic. You know, maybe it's the talent that's calling us. Calling our cocks directly to her face.
Hi, Devora.
Boy, am I glad to see you two. I've got a shopping list a mile.
It's tragic. Cancer. Comes for us all.
Long. Join the club.
Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
That depends. Did you bring your tap shoes?
What are you talking about?
Javor, we're gonna get this shopping done together.
All right.
1, 2, 3, 4 items on the list.
5, 6, 7, 8 items on the list.
9, 10, 11, 12 items on the list.
We're gonna shop for the Shabbos meal tonight.
Well, we need some seltzer, some shampoo.
Pretzel soup, not breakfast too. We're gonna shop for the Shabbos meal tonight.
We're gonna shop before it's time to light.
We're gonna shop for the Shabbos meal tonight. We need apples, carrots, and some squash. Some gummy worms for Oneg Nosh. We're gonna shop for the Shabbos meal tonight.
We're gonna shop before it's time to light.
We're gonna shop for the Shabbos meal tonight.
You bastard.
Some pizza and olive oil. Don't forget those tissues and aluminum foil.
We're gonna shop.
Like, I can't even think of anything to say because it's so, like, I'm so confused. I'm so, like, befuddled about, like, what brings this on and where the fuck did they film this? The crazy, it definitely, I think my lonely rich wife thing is starting to really come into focus here because they're not talented enough to like write their own songs. They're just like, yo, what if we just take the karaoke versions of these like royalty free songs and we write new lyrics, we film them.
The Shabbos meal tonight.
We're gonna shop before it's time to light. We're gonna shop for the Shabbos meal tonight. We need bug-free salad, apple juice,
pickles, hummus, and baba ganoush.
We're gonna shop for the Shabbos meal tonight.
Like, you have no idea how fucking stoked they were about this. Like, you have never felt that kind of pleasure or joy or anything in your entire fucking life. You have never felt anything even remotely coming close to Rebetson Tap's Get Ready for Shabbos complete. Maybe this, I guess this, you know what? We're really in the middle of a treat here, guys. We're having a feast because this, you would have to scour the internet for all the parts. Somebody did the work for us. Respect.
tonight.
We're gonna shop before it's time to light.
We're gonna shop for the Shabbos meal tonight.
Like, this is what I do when I'm listening to Caribbean Queen in my own house. I'm doing things like this. Making up my own words. I'm dancing around. You know? Ask my wife. I got pretty loaded. I got pretty high and loaded on Saturday night. And definitely was doing my own interpretations of Caribbean Queen. It looks a lot like this. This is what I'm saying. Maybe a little more skin, though.
Good Shabbos
And Shabbat Shalom.
It's time to pay and get on home.
We're gonna shop for the Shabbos meal tonight.
We're gonna shop before it's time to light. We're gonna shop for the Shabbos meal tonight.
Oh, I got a letter.
Oh, wow. That's the magic, boys. This is writing.
Let's see who it's from. Dear Rebbitzin Tap.
My name is Ayelet Sorel. I'm 12 years old and live in Moshav Carmel. This is how my family gets ready for Shabbat.
It's like now we've entered into Sesame Street territory. Let's see how they live on the other side of the planet.
First, I clean up my room. I sweep up.
What a filthy room. What is she doing?
And I mop the floor. When I straighten up, I find lots of things I've been looking for. We all pitch in together to help get ready for Shabbat. My father does a lot in the kitchen on Friday.
I love how these like asshole these rich chicks are commission this video or get this for their little projects. And they're like, oh my god, isn't it so cute and stuff like that? There's like 50 people living in this house and their kitchen is just like crowded, and isn't that so cute? Isn't that such a thing?
We bake special pitas using a special oven. My sisters and I like to make challahs.
A special oven, you say?
In 3, 4, or 6 braids, and make a flower shape using round pieces. I like to decorate the challahs with sesame, poppy, sunflower, and pumpkin seeds. We make our own homemade tahina and hummus. We put in hummus beans, garlic, olive oil, lemon juice, and a bit of water if it's too thick. Everything we have is natural and healthy. I feed Pepsi, our cute little dog. Pepsi eats pieces of meat from our Friday night soup. He also gets to have special treats.
They live in Caramel and they live like this? Truly, the chosen people.
Shabbat. My brother Hallel feeds our parrots and gives them water. Sometimes I feed them when my brother's out playing and doesn't come home right away. We love having guests for Shabbat. I make the table bigger so there's enough room for everybody. I like to fold the napkins a different shape each time.
Really keep them on their toes.
Hallel picks herbs from the garden for our Shabbat tea. I pick flowers and leaves from the garden. I love mixing different colors together. That's how my family gets ready for Shabbat.
Shabbat Shalom.
It's so nice hearing from my friends.
Laughing at two things at once. Like she's just excited to get this letter, you know? She's just excited to be there. She's excited for the experience. That's a lot of writing on a little postcard, by the way. I mean, you could have. Why didn't just unfold a piece of paper? Rebetson?
Hi, girls. What's going on?
We're supposed to bake challahs for the senior center before Shabbos.
And our oven broke. And we don't know how to bake challah.
She's got that moist Pierce Brosnan hair going on.
And we need a ride.
You girls need to bake challahs? No problem. I know just the person.
Actually, this girl grows up to be the saxophone player in The Lost Boys. A lot of people don't know that. A trans man. Pretty exciting. There you go.
Come on. Hello, Rebbitzin. Hello, girls.
Tamar Rudy. I hope we're not interrupting.
Not at all. Come on in.
Great.
To what do I owe this pleasure?
Tamar, this is Eva, Chevy, and Ariella. Hi. We need some challahs, and I was hoping...
Challahs? Perfect. I was just getting ready to bake some challahs, and I could use some helpers. You know anybody who might be interested?
We are.
Yeah. Great. Get your hands washed up and meet me in the kitchen. Now, the first thing we do is make sure we...
Why did she wink at her? Like, it just seems like kind of a normal thing. Like, oh, what are you guys looking for something to do? Come into Auntie's house. It's like Rebetson, like, get these kids away from me. She's like, I got it. Hold on. I got it, guys. I got it, lady. I got it, Rebetson. Don't worry about us.
We have all the ingredients. We've got 16 cups or 2 bags of sifted flour, 1 cup of oil, 2 cups of sugar, 2 tablespoons of salt, 8 tablespoons of yeast, 1/4 cup of honey, and 5 cups of water. You can put sesame seeds or poppy seeds on top.
What about the egg?
Excellent question, Ariella. The egg we're going to use later.
You get it? Excellent question. Went out like so subtle. Went out with even a fucking notice. They didn't even like draw attention to it. This is the art. You know, this is the work of comedy. Impressive.
That shiny glaze on top of the challah. Hi there. Yeah, you.
You know, on the real though, I would totally fuck this chick. Little thick, little like mom next door vibe. Yeah, I'd get it done. She would not enjoy it, of course. I'm a goyim, but
I'm going to give you the ingredients one more time. If you'd like to, you can press pause and copy them down.
press pause. How old is this? We don't call it pause. Do we call it pause anymore? I can't even remember the last time somebody said, hey, could you put that on pause for me? She's just sitting there being beautiful, you know? Oh, yeah.
Okay, you got it? Great. First, we're going to make the dough. We're going to make enough dough today to make 4 big challahs. Also enough to be able to do the mitzvah of taking off challah. But we'll be doing that a little later. Okay, now's when the fun starts. I've got my mixing bowl. I want you girls to put all the ingredients into the bowl. This is my quick and easy 1 bowl challah recipe. Good. Now the oil. Excellent. Nice and slow.
Don't fuck it up, Debbie.
Now the sugar.
Put it in there. Shut the fuck up.
And the honey.
Oh, the honey's the key. That's key.
Don't forget the salt.
Gives it its
That's
sheen.
right.
Gives it that sheen.
Okay, now let's get mixing.
But where's the mixing spoon?
Ah, the mixing spoon. I've got some very special mixing spoons for you. They're the ones attached to your arm.
You mean our hands?
That's right. They do the best job.
Ew. Wow, this is gooey.
Oh yes, very gooey.
This is like people that enjoy camping, you know? Blood, sweat, and tears that go into like human endeavor, human progress, accomplishment. You want to go sleep in a fucking tent. These people want to use their hands. You spring for a mixer. You're rich. You're rich.
Like this?
Got pictures of grapes on the wall. Come on.
Yeah, just kind of squeeze it.
I'm just kidding. I'm not kidding about camping. Camping sucks. Not a camper. Not a camper. This guy's not a camper. I guess I had some traumatic experiences camping. Maybe that's probably why. But it's uncomfortable. Do people like camping? You like waking up feeling that way? I don't know. Maybe you do. Maybe people do. I'm so fucking weird though. Like, it wouldn't surprise me I know people like camping. I get shit for it all the time. They're like, oh, you need a cabin. I say, yes, I do.
Sit and squish it around.
How do you know when it's done?
Well, when it's smooth and not lumpy anymore, then you know the dough is ready. It looks great. Now the next thing we do is cover it and let it rise for 2.5 to 3 hours.
2.5 to 3 hours?
Don't worry. I know it's Erev Shabbos, and you girls have mitzvahs to do, and you don't want to sit there for 3 hours watching dough rise. That's why I'll use my handy dandy magic wand.
Isn't that a soup ladle?
Yes, Eva, my handy dandy magical soup ladle.
But in the hands of a witch, anything is a wand. Word to the wise.
Presto!
Whoa! Okay, Tamar. Where'd you buy this?
I don't remember. But it was on sale.
Oh my God. They even throw a very, like, I don't know, for lack of a better way to put it, like a very Jewish joke in there, right? Really leaning into that stereotype. It's kind of funny.
Now we have a very special mitzvah to do.
Taking challah?
That's right. The Torah tells us to take off a portion of our dough. We say a bracha, a blessing, and then we take off a piece about this big.
This is like the Snyder cut, because there's like a 20-minute cut of this that covers all of this stuff perfectly adequately. This is the most indulgent cut of this. I feel like of this experience, this film they've made. This is very indulgent. I feel like we're getting a lot of extra stuff. I appreciate, some of the craftsmanship, the dissolves, the double dissolves, the circle swipes, transitions, if you will. That's what we call it in the business. But a little long in the tooth, honestly.
Now you take the piece of dough and we wrap it in aluminum foil. Then we put it in the oven and burn it until it's too burnt to eat.
Now what?
Now we get to braid our challahs.
Like, what a weird tradition. Is she going to explain what the fuck that means? Like, why would you do that? Obviously, there's some sort of significance. This is for the time when our people did not have bread to eat, and yada, yada, yada. All they had to eat was gruel and ash.
Each of you take your piece of dough and break it into 3 parts. Good. Now take each piece and roll it out.
Dude, I've seen episodes. There's this stupid kids show called Blippi. It's on. I don't know why. They love to cook, these people. They love to bake. They're bakers. But there's this kids show on YouTube called, like the host is called Blippi, and he goes in to a Jewish bakery and he learns how to make challah bread and all these other kind of things that you would find in a Jewish bakery. They fucking give you a very thorough understanding, very thorough lesson in how to actually make these things, and they do it in about 17 minutes. Of everything they make at the bakery in 17 minutes. It's very thorough, actually kind of interesting, and I've seen it enough times to know. I can tell you. I'm not a big fan of Blippi, but relative to what else is out there, Blippi's alright.
Not too skinny. Great. And now you take the one on the right and put it in the middle. Then the one on the left, put it in the middle. And keep going. The one on the right in the middle, the one on the left in the middle, until you get to the end and you give it a little pinch. Then you turn it around and do the opposite. And you pinch it on the end. And you've got a beautiful challah. Now we can take care of the glaze. We take our egg and mix it up and just brush some of that egg on top of your challah.
Who the fuck was buying this? If you're Jewish, the only people that are going to buy this are Jewish people. And to suggest that girls at this age, their mothers are not teaching them this, This is not something that's being passed down. It's like not kind of a normal thing in their family. That seems kind of weird. Like, so you have to ask yourself, like, who is this for? Like, is this, because it's not very informative. It's not like it's telling us about the myth or telling us about like the process or the tradition. No, it's just like a very basic thing. Are there just like little Jewish kids out there that are not getting this information? I doubt it. Vanity project. Vanity.
This will give it a nice dark color. Beautiful.
Now toppings?
Sure.
I'll take sesame.
I'll take poppy.
I think I'll leave mine plain.
Always a good choice. Okay, should we get these into the oven?
Yeah!
These are beautiful. I've preheated the oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. That's about 175 degrees Celsius. They'll bake for about 40 minutes. And voila! We've now made homemade challah.
She didn't even bring out the magic ladle. That's a perfect opportunity to be like, thankfully I have my magic ladle and we won't have to wait. Ba-bing! Come on, ladies, come on.
What is that delicious smell? Something baking, I can tell. Could it be?
See, if she had brought her magic ladle out, like, we could be done with this already.
Our favorite treat, homemade challah, love to eat. Challah, challah, sing it with me, la la la. Challah, challah, takes us through.
It's like all I can think of is holla holla, you know, like in the hip hop sense, you know, in the cool guy sense.
Raisin, puppy, sesame, every kind tastes good to me. White wheat, whole wheat, even spelt.
Put it in your mouth and watch it melt.
See, these girls are going to learn the hard way. You see, these older women are doing them. These, Jesus prophet. These women are doing these young girls a disservice, you know? Like, these carbs, they're going to come and haunt you. They're going to come and haunt you. Spend your days eating challah bread. Things are going to happen that you're not going to like. I'm trying to fucking help you. I'm trying to save you.
Sing it with me, la la la. Challah, challah, takes us through Havdalah. Rounded, braided, make a heart. Any shape you can impart, long as it's not made of clay.
Tastes like challah anyway.
Challah, challah.
I just have like visions in my head of this not being fun at all, and all of these smiles being completely insincere. Like, these girls are like, yeah, and they're like, you know, God damn it, Raquel, we had to cut away. We had to cut away because you couldn't hit a fucking two-step. The fuck?
Sing it with me, la la la. Challah, challah, takes us through Havdalah.
What are they? Are they Muslims? I mean, like, they're like very covered. I mean, I understand modesty is a thing. I get it. But come on.
Is the challah ready yet? Darling kiddish, could it be?
Wash and make hamotzi. Challah, challah, sing it with me, la la la. Challah, challah, takes us through Havdalah. Challah, challah.
Oh, see, you see these smiles, exactly. Yes, being on set was grueling. Everyone was at each other's throats. These are vacant. Like, this is kind of demonic in its own way, right? No way they were having that much fun. Anybody that's ever tried to shoot anything understands that. It's not fun. I don't appreciate them pretending like it is.
One more time, la la la, la la, formula of Malcolm.
Okay, girls, I think they're ready.
Great.
Ooh. Wow.
They look perfect.
The girls did a great job.
Thank you, Mrs. Rudy. That was great.
My pleasure. Thank you for your help.
It's like Mrs. Rudy. Do you think she's like some lonely, childish, or childless rather, woman? And she's like, "Thank you for bringing the children over. It's really been hard lately. We stopped trying. Me and Michaela, we stopped trying."
My pleasure. Thank you for your help. What was that?
That means it's time to do some chesed. Time to get up and help our friends. Because when someone has a need, it's up to us to take the lead. We gotta go do some chesed.
Now off we go to do some chesed. Off on our way to help our friends.
Because when someone has a need,
It's up to us to take the lead. For on each other we do the best. For on each other we do the best.
So I'm curious, like, do you think it was actually this woman's idea? Because she seems like the architect, like, from on camera. She seems like she was the architect, right? But who is filming this? Like, who is producing this? Is she pulling double duty? Is she a director? Like, is her fucking whole thing like, you know, her husband is kind of a pushover and she's making him do this? There's a larger story here. I can feel it. Okay, how fucking long is this? Like, real time, like Johnny Drop movie in the mall. 212. I know, I saw, yeah, it's about halfway through. We're halfway through. So I will, you know what, Prophet? It's up to you, buddy. Do we continue? We'll finish this song. And if you decide that we should move on, just for tonight, just for you, you can curate. You're the producer. Okay, hold on. They are not in the United States. Hold on. Okay, these are not US plates. No, this is Israel. They're in fucking Israel. All right, we're going, dude. Okay, see? This is not fucking the United States. So they got a letter from a girl from Caramel. I'm assuming this is Israel then. This has to be. This is the Johnny Depp movie in the mall we get every second. Is that the Johnny Depp movie in the mall? Is that Nick of Time?
Are we almost at the senior center?
Yes, we are. Hey, that reminds me. You girls are gonna get to meet my grandfather.
Really? Your grandfather's there?
Uh-huh. He goes for a few hours each week. Okay, girls. We're here.
Hi, Rabbits and Tap. Welcome back to Mela Bev. Girls, this is Shira. She works here as a volunteer. Shira, this is Chevy, Eva, and Ariella. Hi, girls. It's so nice to meet you.
So do you think these are transplants, like American Jewish transplants that like moved to Israel? I mean, I know that's the thing. Because they don't even have a hint, a whiff of an accent. Interesting. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah, they speak with perfect American accents. So these people are not from there. I guarantee you they're not. It's kind of like a Ben Shapiro situation if he took his family and just moved there. Necromancer Z. You call me Necromancer Z. Maybe I'm Jaihu. Maybe you're the necromancer. See?
Oh, wow. Look at these beautiful colours. What a great mitzvah you girls did. Would you like to come in and say hello?
Words.
Everyone would love to meet you.
Yeah, sure.
Great, come on in. This is our special senior centre for memory impaired elders.
Memory what?
Memory impaired. Some of our babis and zaidis can't remember things the way that they used to. So we join here together several times a week for all sorts of fun things. We daven, sing, dance, bake, exercise, paint.
Like, so they got to be very traditional. Because I know I've mentioned this before, but the way they're dressed is like very much, honestly, like no bullshit. Like this is like the Catholic girls that I grew up with. They would have to dress like this. Like, you know, for modesty's sake. That was the whole thing. So they got to be there. Obviously, there's more of a fundamentalist kind of, not Dana International. These people are not fans of Dana International. I have a feeling. They don't know that love is love. They don't get it.
And so much more. Our elders partake in so many chesed projects. They help make up care packages for soldiers, meals for needy children, games for sick children. Would you like to come and see what they're doing now?
But not Palestinian children.
Oh, sure. Come on in. Girls, this is Mrs. Dorothea. Dorothea made Aliyah from Toronto 5 years ago. This is such a beautiful color. This is Mrs. B. Mrs. B is one of our favorite people here at Melabev. This is Mrs. Mona. Mona made Aliyah from Pennsylvania. I love what you're doing here, Mona. And girls...
So is this a thing? Like they just send like, do Jewish people send their elderly people, do they just send them to Israel? So she's from Pennsylvania. She's from Toronto.
This is...
Shira, I can introduce this person.
Of course you can.
This is my Grandpa Herman.
Oh my God, how rude. Not planned. Rebetson just steps in. She's just like, shut up, bitch. This is my fucking pappy. Okay? Shut the fuck up.
This is...
Shira, I can introduce this person.
Of course you can.
This is my Grandpa Herman.
Like, that's so awkward and rude and weird. Like, give a second take. You could have this woman that's introducing everybody be like, and you know who this is? She's like, I sure do. And then this happens. Oh my God. I mean, you guys, you should have called me. You should have called me. I think this would have been a better experience for everybody, including myself, in the future, watching it.
Herman. Grandpa made Aliyah when he was 90.
It's so important to help our elders feel special and feel honored and feel loved. Even if they can't talk or respond like we can, just a smile, a hand to hold, reading to them, just being there, spending time. Now these are the precious gifts that we can give.
Especially when I think of all that my grandfather's done for me throughout the years. Grandpa, you'll always mean the world to me.
Oh my God. Yeah. Hold on.
Grandpa, you'll always mean the world to me.
Like, it's so... like, she's doing this because she's on camera. Like, it's a camera moment. Is that unfair? Is that unfair to say? It just feels phony. The whole thing feels phony. They are clever, Prophet.
Life gets better.
Okay, so she made this poor old man, her pappy here, her grandpa, like while she makes this vanity video, like, I'm gonna sing to you. He's like, oh, yeah. How's that challah bread coming?
Every minute the room gets brighter when you're in it, and when I'm feeling blue, I just stick with you, 'cause you'll always mean the world to me.
You and I are birds of a feather.
come out.
Like, these are like the dementia patients. They're not even just like the elderly people. Like, these are not even just the elderly people. They introduce them as the memory impaired, which has an implication of being fucking like dementia patients, basically. And they're like doing this. It seems bizarre. Prophet says, dying grandparents shouldn't be on film. It's a matter of respect. Like, people take selfies with grandma on the ventilator. Makes me feel weird. Totally agree. This is weird. This is weird. Like, even if you were to have some sort of education, like, oh, well, this is the community and this is what these people do on Shabbos. Okay, you show that. Like, but then you saw that impulse of that Rebetson lady to, like, just make it about herself as fast as she possibly could. So we're in the middle of, like, a Sesame Street segment. This woman that runs the facility brings people in, tells them what the deal is, kind of introduces them to a few people, and then awkwardly is just like, oh, yeah, and this is, oh, you don't need to say that. I know who this is. And then they come into a song where they're going to make these people sit here and listen to this windbagness. Truly, truly hellish. Have they been through enough?
You'll always mean the world to me.
Oh, I'm glad that they're tapping. Hopefully they're not tapping. I hope they have a reverse camera shot. We see all of these old dementia patients just like being forced to sit there. I hope that's what happens. Probably not. No! Oh my God, it happened. It fucking happened, boys. It happened. I willed it into existence. Respect my power. Do you even know who you're dealing with? This is Nightcap. This is Nightcap. Holy shit. God damn it. They call me the Wizard. Oh my God, this poor old man. Look at it. He's just trying to like look at the pictures, and she's like, "No, I got to do this. I got to do a part of my video." He's like, "Huh? The fuck?" That you and I share a lifetime. And then they had to cut away to a different angle. Do you think they had to do this more than once, or were they smart enough to have two cameras with them? Well, they were wealthy. We've established that there's probably some sort of wealth here. You don't pay for this kind of cotton. You know, with dirt, poor people stuff, with meat hunks. Of love and care in my heart, I will always find you there, forever you and me. Oh, the memories. Like you can take this and be like, oh, it's a nice sentiment, like it's a sweet sentiment. Wanting to have this kind of moment with like your grandfather. Oh, we have this life. We have all these memories together. We've already established that he doesn't really know what the fuck is going on. So to do this to him in this context is kind of cruel. It's a little cruel. It's a little off-putting. And you and I own the life of kindness that you've shown in my heart. You will always have a home forever, you and me.
Every moment is a treasure. To be with you is such a pleasure. And when I need a friend, and you are.
The saxophone player from the Lost Boys really feels like they're bringing it, you know, like they're really into it. Like, you know, we saw this little girl here. Like, she's just kind of doing it because she's told. She's too young. She doesn't understand.
Every moment is
There's a stiffness though. Like, look, she's not like kind of moving in for the emotional kill, if you will.
The treasure to be with you is such a pleasure. And when I
Like this one, like she like gets down. She's like, "Are you listening to me? Do you hear what I'm saying to you right now? Isn't this fucking cool?
need a friend, on you I will depend.
Isn't this fucking
You'll
cool?
always mean the world to me.
Huh?"
Life gets better every minute.
Oh my god. And then Rebetson comes back in, the Rebetson angle, the Rebetson action. Look at her. She's dancing.
Gets brighter when you're in it. When I'm feeling blue, I just stick with you, 'cause you'll always mean the world to me.
And I don't think either of them are from Israel, because that picture, I saw one of those pictures, looks like that was from New York City. That's what it looks like it was from. Not native Israelis.
The memories that you and I share, the lifetime of love and care. In my heart, I will always find you there, wherever you.
Like, imagine doing this to these kids. Just go up to these old people and do this bit. Yeah, we're going to do this song. Because they're having to play the song. Like, they're playing the song. So I assume, because there's cut-ins, but like, is it, I can't, because you can digitally zoom in. So maybe it was like 2001 or whatever. But when they made this video, but you have to play that song. So if you have to do multiple takes, if they were doing this with one camera, this is cruel and unusual punishment. Because anytime you see a cut in, anytime you see an angle change, whatever, that song was being played again. These old people were made to suffer. You don't just get to leave. You don't just get to feel how you feel. Die with this in your memory. They obviously think this girl is the star. They keep cutting to her. Basically, they're telling the other girls they're ugly in the face of young Genevieve. We'll call her Genevieve. I like that name, Genevieve. The young Genevieve here. Everybody else pales in comparison.
In my heart, you will always have a home, forever you and me.
Forever, you and me.
That's one of the darkest things I've ever seen.
Girls, that was a beautiful mitzvah. The challahs, the singing.
Can we go back and visit sometime?
Sure we can.
But I'm glad they're dead.
Is this the same way we took to get here?
Yeah, there's nothing around here.
Well, let's see what's down this road.
It's just a bunch of
Are you sure?
Palestinian rebels with a fucking rocket launcher comes out. This takes a very dark turn.
Tell you what I'm not sure about.
What?
Whether there is a road.
Like, they literally did like 6 shots of that. That's like 6 shots.
Will you guys excuse me a moment? I just want to get out and get a lay of the land.
Nothing a little tap dancing can't fix. If they don't have a song out here in the desert, I'm going to be really upset. I'm going to be really irritated. Like, this is a golden opportunity to sing some sort of desert song. Maybe talk about Moses. Come on.
Okay, we're we're just going to turn around and head the other way. No problem. This can't be.
What's going on?
Would you just
There's not enough bodies to dance on, kids.
excuse me one more time? Okay. Take a deep breath. It's okay. Just 'cause we're in the middle of nowhere and the car won't start and it's getting close to Shabbos. No problem. Yes, it's a problem.
Rabbits and Tab, it's gonna be okay.
Yeah. You always tell us that Hashem puts us in situations for a reason.
And now it's to teach us not to lose hope, not to lose faith.
You're right. That's exactly.
Shut up, saxophone player from the Lost Boys. Shut the fuck up. Raquel over here, she's the star.
Exactly what we're doing here. To remember to have faith in Hashem and to know that we will get through this.
You know, you could make the argument that like myself, like maybe I'm an egotistical person, maybe like I have some sort of innate need or desire, and there's 12 minutes left of this, by the way. Holy shit. But like of needing to be on camera, needing to perform, needing to do something. You know, this is my creative outlet, is doing things like this. But this takes it to a level that even I don't understand. I understand, like, self-awareness is a hard thing to come by. You know, it is. Knowing when you're doing something good or bad or whatever, like, it's hard. It's hard to understand that from yourself looking in. But this just seems like so, like gratuitously narcissistic. Especially this Rebetson woman. I mean, she's just like, she literally steps in front of her kids to give herself a moment. It's not like they're all there talking about something. No, she like has to take a step forward, chest out. This is what's happening.
Sometimes you don't know what to do. You've thought it all through. A rescue's overdue. Sometimes.
If you ever wanted to feel good about yourself in your like creative endeavors, you watch Get Ready for Shabbos.
You don't know where to turn. Your head's filled with concern. That's the time to learn to hold on to your faith. Open your heart. When times are hard, you will get through.
Hold on to your faith. Open your heart. When times are hard,
Whenever I see kids this age like really into like their parents' faith, their parents' way of life, all I think is, nerd, you fucking nerd. Which is an awful way to feel. But when I was a kid, like, you know, part of like the natural course of being like, you know, 12 years old and onwards, a little bit of rebellion. I used to argue with my mom every single Sunday morning. Mom, I don't care about this. Like, you're making me go here and I don't care. She'd be like, tough shit. At least there was that. I mean, come on.
You're not alone. Sometimes it's hard to understand when everything you've planned is slipping through your hands. Sometimes it seems so hard to cope at the end of of your robe. Just never lose hope. Hold on to your faith. Open your heart. When times are hard, you will get through. Hold on to your faith.
They really do, though. They really do have a predisposition for, sucking a golf ball through a garden hose. I think it's like the insecurity, like the neediness that is built from like this dynamic that they have with their families. And it, I've been drinking. But like, just like some, you gotta get people that, you gotta get the girls that feel that way. You gotta get the girls that like have like, mild patriarchal issues, mild daddy issue type things. Because Jesus Christ, is it a good time?
In your heart, when times are hard, you're not alone.
Can we do it?
Yes, we can.
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 Hold on to your faith. Open your heart. When times are hard, you will get through.
Hold on to your faith. Open your heart. When times are hard, you're not alone.
When times are hard.
All I can think about when watching this is just when they were filming it. This was just like a production. It was just a fucking pain in the ass for whoever was on the other side of this camera. I'm hoping it wasn't one of these girls that is just being like completely like in this monster, this Rebetson. She had a vision. She had a vision. She was like, you will achieve it. Imagine getting a singing part in a movie but not having to suck off Harvey Weinstein. It pays to be on the inside. That's true. That's true. These girls got to get ready for Shabbos, and they didn't have to do a goddamn thing. We know some girls that are feeling very jealous.
You're not alone.
What's all the singing about?
Mrs. Zabrowski, what are you doing here?
Don't you ladies have to get home for Shabbos?
Why?
I'm just wandering around in the desert.
Yes, we'd like to, but our car won't start and
won't start? I never let a little thing like engine trouble get between me and Shabbos.
They're all witches, dude. This is just her wand. This is just her talisman, okay? She's not going to go and actually fix it with this fucking plumber's wrench. Give me a break. She's going to cast a magic spell.
I don't believe what I'm seeing.
Nobody does. Not a one of us.
Go.
You did it!
Would you mind giving me and my groceries a lift home?
Of course.
So what the fuck was she doing? She was just like wandering around in the desert with her fucking groceries? Does she also have dementia? That wrench is just a talisman to communicate with the volcano demon.
It's the least
That's what she's doing up there, yeah.
we can do. Groceries. I can't believe it.
What?
I forgot the soup nuts.
Soup nuts? Did someone say soup nuts?
Oh, see, the community. They come together and there are moments of need. What a beautiful sentiment. What a beautiful message.
2 for the price of 1.
Mrs. Zabrowski, I don't
And you know who likes the deal? The French.
know how to thank you enough.
Thank me by always keeping this in your purse. Looks like you need it more than I do.
Yeah, because this crazy old bitch doesn't have a fucking car. She's been rolling around with a wrench in her little fucking basket.
Thank you so much, Robertson Tap, for all your help. My pleasure. Girls, we did a lot of mitzvahs today, and now I gotta get my house ready for Shabbos.
Do you need any help?
I would love some help. Come on.
I wish they were like, yeah, we gotta get back to our husbands. They would report you. Something to be suspicious of.
We need a plan. Shabby, Ariella, you fold the laundry.
Got it.
Eva, you do the dishes in the sink. Got it.
Wait, what does this have to do with getting ready for Shabbos? Like, she's just like, do my housework for me. This is like getting a Shabbos goy before you actually need a Shabbos goy. Nefarious. Nefarious. I don't like this.
Okay, let's do it. Shabbos is almost here.
You don't have the time to doze when you're folding all the clothes. Shabbos is almost here. This is not the time to plot when you're scrubbing out the pots. Shabbos is almost here. Gotta clean, gotta clean, gotta clean, gotta get ready.
Imagine living your whole life with a ticking time clock for when Shabbos is about to arrive. This is exactly what it feels like to be a young Catholic person. Saturday night, you're at the parties, you fucking go to a bonfire, you're getting drunk, you're a teenager, and you know you're going to have to get up at like 8 o'clock in the morning and somebody's going to drag you to fucking church. These people, these innocents, they don't even acknowledge that. Give me some realness, girls.
Shabbos is almost here. Gotta clean, gotta clean, gotta clean, gotta get ready. Shabbos is almost here.
These are actually mother and daughter. I guarantee you. Mother and daughter. There's no way in Israel they found 2 tap dancing people. One at age 37, one at age 16. I don't believe it. This is so exponentially bad and cringe. You're right. This was a long, complex process to film. I want to see the Hearts of Darkness for this. Honestly, yes. I honestly really would. I'm not even bullshitting. Like, that would be the most interesting thing about this. Is like, what the fuck went on with this creation? Who filmed it? I don't believe these smiles are real. I just don't believe it. I don't buy it.
No delaying anymore when you're mopping up the floor. Shabbos is almost here. Gotta go out in a flash when you're taking out the trash. Shabbos is almost here. Gotta clean, gotta clean, gotta clean, gotta get ready. Shabbos is almost here. Gotta clean, gotta clean, gotta clean, gotta get ready. Shabbos is almost here.
The only thing more embarrassing than knowing how to tap is being a Jewish mother that knows how to tap.
There's no saying you're not able when you're setting up the table. Shabbos is all
Gotta get the hot lady back in here. See, this is, like, honestly, like,
almost here.
I mean, we can say what we want, right? The Sarah Palin looking chick. But, like, actually a hotter Sarah Palin. I mean, this is the one. If we're gonna serve our Goyim seed, it's gonna be to her.
It is not the time to rest while
Like, I wonder if by calling this one the hot one, I've like revealed something about myself. Probably. But seems pretty obvious to me. Like, lose 20 pounds, you're in abandoned Portland, and you're called, the Dandy Warhols.
Gotta sing, gotta get ready. Shabbos is almost here. Gotta sing, gotta get ready. Shabbos is almost here. Gotta shout, gotta shout.
Like, what is the deal with this fucking hat? Like, because this is, like, we've had a costume change. Hold on. So, are some Jewish women, do they not show their hair?
Gotta sing, gotta get ready. Shabbos is almost
Hold on.
here.
No!
Gotta shout.
Like, this woman right here. Like, what is this oppression? Like, what is the deal with that? I made a joke. I made a cancer joke about this lady right here. I don't think that's the truth, though. I can see her hairline. What's going on with this? Like, what is is that a thing? The woman in purple is like the Oliver Stone of this operation. She killed herself to get this done, and it affected her whole family. Yeah, this is definitely, this is like her would be the Oliver Stone equivalent of this, like Platoon. This is her Platoon. This was her Platoon. She's like, I lived it. I just need to put it on screen so I can forget, so I can move on.
Gotta shout, gotta get ready. Shabbos is almost here. Gotta clap, gotta get ready. Shabbos is almost here. Gotta dance, gotta get ready. Shabbos is almost here. Gotta spin, gotta get ready. Shabbos is almost here. Gotta run, gotta get ready. Shabbos is almost here. Gotta jump,
Like, this reminds me of, like, when I was a kid. Like, I wanted to make this short film. It's called The Dance Commander. It's based off an Electric Six song. And the end of the movie, the end of the short film, was supposed to be, like, after the ending of a dance competition where geriatric old men from the 70s had kind of come back to reassert themselves as the dance commander. They were looking for that. And it would have ended in a similar fashion. I wanted there to be a bunch of people singing and dancing the song Dance Commander. Like, so doing a somewhat of a loose choreographed song to the song Dance Commander. This is probably actually more or less what it would have looked like if I had actually been able to accomplish that. But, you know, when you're a kid, you're a young filmmaker, people don't answer the phone. So it never happened. Dude, I was ready to shoot. We were ready to shoot. We shot like half the movie. And like, or half the short rather. And then I couldn't get like these key components that I needed for the story. They wouldn't answer the phone. So it never got finished. But I imagine if I had actually got to achieve it, it'd probably look like this. Like in this woman's mind, in this lady's mind, right here. This is like my ending of Dance Commander. It's like epic. It's joyous. It's like the whole cast is coming together in this moment. I'm glad she got to crawl so I didn't have to. She got to walk so I didn't have to crawl. Or something like that. I'm glad she did this. So I didn't. Now I know. Now I know what it would have looked like, you know? Now all these years thinking like what could have been. Well, it would have been this. It would have been this.
Jump, gotta get ready. Shabbos is almost here. Gotta go, gotta get ready. Shabbos is almost here. 'cause Shabbos is almost here.
Shabbos ever gonna
I'm
happen?
home. Wow, looks great in here.
She's like, yeah, I had a bunch of little girls clean it for us.
Well, well. Nice to see you relaxing for a change.
You know, just a regular, ordinary Erev Shabbos.
Thanks a lot for joining.
Like, that's not a callback. Like, that just happened. That's not a callback. Like, they would have had to have something happen in the beginning of the story with her husband involving a wrench for that to make any sense. Rebbetzin, lazy.
Joining the simcha with rabbits and tap and friends. We spread a smile, we spread some chesed, and we hope you come back again. We're so glad you met the chevre. It's rabbits and tap and friends. We sang a song, we learned some lessons, and we hope you come back again. Having adventures all across the land, helping each other when we need a hand. Thanks a lot for joining the simcha with rabbits and tap and friends. We spread a smile, we spread some chesed, and we hope you come back again.
Written to... Oh, see, look. Okay, hold on. No. David Bar Cohn. Okay, so not even written by the women in it. He's not even involved. Like, that has to be her husband. So this is very instructive. This kind of elucidates a lot of things here. We've just learned a lot. So let's check out the rest of the credits. I'm going to guess this is this woman's husband. It has to be. It has to be. David Bar Cohn, we see again as the editor. Videographer, Donnie Wetzler of Video Eden. See, okay. See, now we're seeing some names. A lot of related people. Rebbetzin Tappin' Friends. Theme song. Music and lyrics by David Bar Cohn. Musical arrangement by Sarah Friedman. Vocals by Carrie Bar Cohn. Okay, so we've confirmed it's her husband that's the director. But not only is he the director, like he wrote... No, it says music and lyrics. Okay, alright. So the Rebbetzin Tappin' Friends, the original, like the opening song, is, that's an original song. Everything else I think is a karaoke cover. I'm glad my tax dollars are towards keeping these people safe and secure. Yeah, because you never would have experienced this, I Feel Shabbos is based on I Feel Pretty by Leonard Bernstein and Stephen Sondheim. Oh, lyrics by David Bar Cohn. So even he wrote the lyrics. Like, I could understand this. I could accept this as bored housewives, whatever. They're just trying to do something creative, fun, whatever. But the fact that the husband is like the driving force behind what seems like all of this opens so many questions, so many doors. Again, Shopping for Shabbos, based on Rock Around the Clock by Bill Haley. Lyrics by David Bar Cohn. Again, he Probably watches Rick and Morty, honestly. Holla holla, David Barcone. Time to do some chess. David Barcone. You mean the world to me. David Barcone. Hold on to your faith. David Barcone. Shabbos is almost here. David Barcone. Epstein. Shavrim Kol Yisrael. Music and lyrics by David Barcone. Additional camera work, David Barcone. Filmed on location in Israel. 2009. 2009. See, I had this way earlier. It's that Israeli aesthetic, you know? So it seems like it was done in part to help support Mel Baev in support of senior citizens with Alzheimer's. Yeah, that's right. Smart guy Shaun, completely nailing that. This film probably cost $50,000 to produce if you include the music rights. Probably. Although I have a feeling those things were those are public domain. I have a small sense. Well, I mean, I don't really know where we go from there. Like, you can't really go farther than that, at least on the track that we're on. So I think we'll end before we crash, right? We'll end before we fail. It's probably the smart play. Joyfully Jewish. I think that's the episode title, my friend. Thank you, Producer Prophet. It's probably gonna be what it's called. I was actually gonna just call this episode Canceled, but I think Joyfully Jewish may take the cake. All right, everybody. We will see you guys again. Probably be some more nonsense tomorrow night. I don't know if I'll be by myself or not. If I'm by myself tomorrow night, I'm going to start watching an old Alex Jones documentary. We'll see how far we get into it. I thought it might be interesting to watch Alex Jones's documentary Endgame and look at what has come true and what has not. For people that don't know, like every few months I will go check back in with Alex Jones. And he's hawking his documentary Endgame very hard right now. And he's doing it under the auspices of it being like a prophetic documentary. And I want to go see how prophetic it really is. Because Alex Jones is a guy that's like 40% of the time slightly better numbers than Nostradamus. Will have definitely interesting insights. And especially when it came back in the 90s and stuff or early 2000s, post Iraq War, post 9/11 stuff. A lot of important and interesting notices, honestly, about the police state. So it'll be cool. So if I am by myself tomorrow night, we're going to probably watch half of Endgame. I'm saying half because we pause, we talk, and also I want to go and look and see what I can find. We're going to bring up DuckDuckGo. Not going to use Google. Use DuckDuckGo, and we'll see what we can find in terms of whether or not this man truly is the soothsayer. I got a soft spot for old Alex Jones. So it'll be fun. It'll be interesting. I was going to do that tonight, but we went where we went. Nightcap goes where Nightcap needs to go, everybody. But thank you for joining. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it, everybody. And we'll see you next time on Nightcap or whatever, or blah, 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 blah.